We're following breaking news at this hour. More than 80 people are out of their homes this afternoon because of an explosion at a retirement community. Denver Fire now says that explosion happened because construction workers hit a power line. We know 8 people were taken to the hospital for injuries.
Let's get right to 9 News reporter Janelle Finch. She's there from the Eastern Star Masonic Retirement Campus in Southeast Denver. And Janelle, I know you've had the chance to speak to some of the people that both felt and heard that explosion.
Yeah, Tom, Kim, Denver Fire says that it's unclear if this building is structurally sound and there's smoke damage, so no one will be allowed back in here tonight. Now we're seeing some RTD buses that are waiting in the wings just in case any of those residents do come out, because like you said, all 87 of those people will be displaced tonight. They cannot come back and live here, so these buses are waiting for them if they do need to go somewhere else tonight. Denver Fire says the explosion happened in the back of the building. Like you said, in the last 30 minutes, we learned a power line was accidentally hit during some construction work on the building. DFD says it's unsure of the details of that construction work, but a man living down the street says he was walking his dog past the facility at the time of the explosion.
We walked on that grass right there, and that's when that thing went bang, and the smoke went up in the air. And I couldn't tell what it was, but there were some other people out and they told me what it was, and most of the people were up there coming out. Oh, it was loud. It'll take your attention. It was enough. I know other people around here, you could see that they came out, they seen the noise.
Denver Fire couldn't confirm the seriousness of the injuries of those 8 people that were taken to the hospital, or if their injuries were explosion related. Now, I just want to share that we did see a worker come out with a pretty gnarly gash on the side of his face. He says he was working in that area at the time of the explosion, but he didn't want to go on camera to share his story. Live in Denver, Janelle Finch, 9 News.
Scary stuff, Janelle, for all of them, everyone involved. And I'm just grateful it's a nice day for those older people to be outside.
Yeah.
I mean, thankfully, the weather isn't bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Janelle. Well, right now we want to get to a warning in Douglas County because thieves dressed in black have been breaking into homes in Highlands Ranch, making off with thousands of dollars in valuables.
The sheriff's office says the bandits are using an electronic device to disrupt security cameras. Investigative reporter Jeremy Hohola has more from Highlands Ranch.
In this Highlands Ranch neighborhood, thieves ransacked 3 homes. One of the homeowners gave chase to the suspects and managed to grab one of their backpacks. Inside that bag, a Wi-Fi jammer. Images of broken glass and a damaged door. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office describing calculated break-ins and burglaries in Highlands Ranch last Friday.
It appears they were just interested in jewelry. There was a lot of valuables, including credit cards that were left out, that these suspects were not interested in.
At one of the 3 places hit, a homeowner managed to catch up with the thieves on foot.
And then at one point, when one of the suspects tried to jump a fence, the homeowner grabbed a backpack. And then at that time, he heard what he thought was a South American or Hispanic voice saying, "Just take it, just take it." The backpack was grabbed by the homeowner, and then the 3 suspects continued to run away.
Inside that backpack, a Wi-Fi jammer that can be used to disrupt home security cameras. The sheriff says it's now a common device already well known among criminals.
These Wi-Fi jammers, again, can be purchased online for about $250, and criminals are using these from coast to coast.
Thieves also turned off power at one of the homes by gaining access to an unlocked electric panel to disable an alarm system. But at least one security camera system caught one of the suspects casing the neighborhood.
I take it very personally when citizens in my county are victimized in this way. I met with both of the detectives that are working on this case today. I'm very confident that they're going to solve this case.
The sheriff's office says they have recovered evidence that could lead to DNA profiles of the suspects, so it's possible they could make arrests here very soon. In Douglas County, Jeremy Hohola, 9 News.
Our taste of spring has been really nice this week. These high temperatures, though, are creating fire danger concerns.
Yeah, tomorrow some places will find themselves under a red flag warning as the winds will ramp up. Kathy's with us, and one thing we know, if you're in March and if it's warm and windy, it means it's not going to be warm very long.
That's right. We're talking a powerful storm system, but it's a fast mover. So some areas will see snow, but certainly with the position and timing of the storm, it's not going to be the big event that we might typically expect in our snowiest month. Today, sunshine, temperatures in the 60s and 70s. The wind has not been a big factor this afternoon, but as Tom mentioned, that will be changing moving into tomorrow. Elevated fire danger with red flag warnings out for east central and southeastern Colorado. Gusts of 40 miles per hour. Humidity values in the 5 to 10% range. This system is bringing some high and mid-level clouds in ahead of it, but the main system isn't here yet. It will approach western Colorado tomorrow, and that means the snow will pick up in the mountains. Winter weather and travel advisories go out tomorrow afternoon through Friday for up to a foot of snow at many of your favorite ski resorts. But travel will certainly be impacted, not just from the snow, but areas of blowing snow due to the wind. So we're in the upper 60s now. We drop a bit after sunset tonight, as you might imagine. And your weather headlines include elevated fire danger, this warm week we've been enjoying, early preview of spring, as I've been calling it, coming to an end on Friday. The storm Friday could bring rain and snow, but the wind's going to be the big story. Details on the timing and impact of that, plus a look ahead to your weekend forecast just ahead.
Thousands of fired federal workers might soon get their jobs back, maybe only temporarily, though. A federal judge suggesting that he does agree with the arguments being made that the firings were unlawful. The government has let go some 200,000 probationary employees over the last several weeks, but attorneys general from several states argued the government didn't follow the rule that requires 60 days written notice with information on reemployment and career transition assistance. The government's case is saying it was a termination of probationary employees and not a reduction in force that would require them to follow that 60-day rule.
An update in world news. People in Greenland voted for independence in their parliamentary elections. Yesterday, Greenland's pro-business opposition party won virtually 30% of the vote. It favors a gradual path to independence from Denmark. It also pushes back against President Trump's wish to take control of the mineral-rich island. Today, new 25% tariffs started on all steel and aluminum imports. And now we're seeing a response from Europe. The European Union put in place countermeasures on up to $28 billion worth of American exports. On the list, boats, bourbon, and motorcycles. The tariffs will start next month. EU leaders called the Trump tariffs unjustified and say these countermeasures will be swift and proportionate. The U.S. was the second biggest destination for the EU's iron and steel exports last year.